Yeah, welcome to Livshistorier. That's the title of the program in Swedish, which is like life stories. And this program, we do it in Swedish in general, but this is the first time we do like a mini series in English because of our guest is he's an Afghani convert that God has really transformed his life. If you haven't watched this mini series, we have done 2 episodes, and that's number 3. I urge you, go to the YouTube channel of Sverige and then watch it because it's really, really something. And it has lots of warnings and encouragement to the West. David Nazareth, that's not his real name. He has a different name. He was born in a Muslim family and he wanted to see God in Islam, and he got fed up in the process, tried to be in Kung Fu and boxing. It didn't work out. And then he felt, okay, the only way that I can really guarantee heaven, because I'm afraid of hell, that I go and kill myself in the process and go to heaven and kill the infidel. And the infidel in that place was the fighters in Syria. So he tried to go to Syria. When he got stuck in Iran, he got stuck in Turkey, and he ended up in his way to Sweden. And then he felt maybe the calling on his life not to be a terrorist and kill himself and kill and get the shahada in Syria, but he comes to the West and he convert and study Christianity, and he convert as Christians as he can, as much number of Christians as he can, so they also can be like him. But in the process, something really happened. But we will go back a little bit about his journey from Turkey through the sea to Europe, because that's there in that dark moment. God really did something. God, the real God, not the other fake gods, or not the other gods that he knew from before. David, thank you that you are with us now.
Thank you, bro.
When you decided to follow the other guy, the mujtahid, or the guy who was trying to recruit you, come to Europe, so you jumped in a boat and you end up lost in the sea.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, actually, so we got in a boat, and we arranged this boat from Turkey to Italy directly. No non-stop in Greece and like directly. So we were 7 days and 7 nights in the sea with this boat. This boat actually many times the engine failed. Eventually all the wire burned. So the engine was we were in the midst of this sea, like with this boat and these storms. It was night, and the last night it was night and it was a storm, like started to rain. In this little boat we were 92 persons.
92
persons, yes.
92 people.
Yeah, 92 people we were in this boat. And then I saw that, the boat was about to collapse because it was waves, It was, ocean or sea, whatever. It was so dangerous. And in real life, I didn't know how to swim in the dry ground. I knew how to do stuff. I was fighting every day, and I was a real fighter on the dry ground, but I never swam before.
You never went to swimming school. You never went to the ocean. You never swim.
In a way, like Afghanistan is mostly mountain.
Yeah.
So I came from a mountain area. Like, no worry, you don't care about learning how to swim.
So you are in the middle of the ocean with 92 people in a boat that is broken, and you cannot swim.
Yeah, I do not know how to swim. In Afghanistan, where I came from, you are learning to not fall from the mountain. That's the skills you have to have. Not swimming, like who cares? And then I said, I'm looking at this. I looked this ocean, these waters and waves and winds and the storms and rains, darkness. This thunder light. So. I have never seen anything like that. It was so new. The boat is not working. And I saw everyone has put on the life jacket. Then I actually, I'm in the midst of all of this chaos, I'm reasoning with myself. I had this, I do not know. I mean, since my childhood, I could sit back and about 1 minute in the midst of everything, I could actually reason.
Yeah.
I looked at everyone. Okay, I said, David, you do not know how to swim. This ocean is not little lake or something. I mean, there is no one around. So, you put this life jacket on, you will be 1 hour over this water. There are wild animals in this sea, and it's better when the boat flips. You drown immediately. Immediate death is better than actually just hanging on the water, like being tormented being,
And die anyway afterwards.
afterward, like, where is this animals come? This shark comes. Like, no, you just immediate death.
So you thought of not putting the vest.
I didn't put the vest. I reasoned like, that's how it is. I'm not gonna put this. I didn't put this vest. And then all people were holding to something, all of this stuff. Children, women, they were holding each other. I went, it was a little bit porch on the front. I went there and I lied there. Boat is doing like going up and down like this, and I lied there. And I looked at the heaven. I looked at the sky in the midst of this darkness, night, and all of this. Like I went like this. I looked at it. And I didn't say it with word there. One thing I said. I looked into heaven. I said, God, if you again make my feet to touch the dry ground, I promise you to know you.
Wow.
I promise you I will know you.
So you didn't say this in words.
I said it
in Farsi. You didn't say in Dari. You didn't say in English. It was a thought.
Yeah, it was
from your heart.
From the depth of my heart, I cried. Like I mean, maybe it was Jonah. He didn't say a word in the belly of the fish. From the depth of my heart, without any previous thoughts or indication of something, referring to something, I looked up to heaven and said, if you make my feet to again touch the dry ground, I walk on the dry ground because I was on the ocean. I promise you, I will know you.
What happened then?
And then I said that 10 minutes after, the sea was still. Like, nothing.
Oy.
And the clouds disappeared. Rain stopped. There was no waves and there was nothing. Okay, within what I thought and I said, till 10 minutes, total peace. The boat was not even moving. Nothing. And then immediately I saw like this helicopter, Italian guard appeared over our head. And then the weather, the sun came out in the morning. I saw another like a guard from a sheep approaching us. They rescued us within
10 minutes.
Within 10 minutes. Within a matter of a day, I was in the dry ground.
What did you feel after that? Did you forget about these prayers, or did you?
Yeah, I came to the dry ground. Everything, when I was in this boat, I was so thirsty. And I was thinking about all of things that I could drink and eat. I didn't eat and I just drink. I'm going to go to the first thing I do to buy a big Coca-Cola, cold, to drink all of it at once. And I buy a watermelon, like I need to eat. I'm so thirsty. And I did it. I came to the dry ground, I drank Coca-Cola into Italian soil. I came to the Italian soil, drank Coca-Cola, and then actually watermelon and stuff. And then I was at peace, at rest. Slowly but surely, I started to forget what I said.
Yeah.
And I came at that time, and then when I came to Sweden, I totally forgot about that.
So it was just a moment that you're really reaching out to God, and He saved you. And then, of course, when you came to Sweden, you forgot about it, and you went to the mosque and you paid 1,000 kronor that they can build a mosque in Sweden instead of buying a shoe. And you got this idea about, okay, now I have to study Christianity so I can convert more people. You end up in Jehovah's Witness for some months, but then you were you wanted to go to another place to learn Christianity.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I came, what I said in desperation, like in the midst of the ocean, I came from Italy to Sweden. I came to Sweden. I totally forgot about that. What I said, like I'm gonna know you, oh God, I'm gonna know you. I promise I know you.
Yeah.
And He saved me. He kept His end of the promise, but I forgot. So when I came to Sweden, I went to serve the God I knew.
Yeah.
Not the God that I promised to know. Like there is two different.
You went to serve the God you knew, not the God you promised
to know Him. Yeah, because when I made that prayer in the midst of the ocean, there was no Allah, the God of Islam. I said, whoever you are,
Yes.
I promise to know you. So there was no reference to Christianity. There was no reference to
The
Islam.
unknown God.
Like, I know you. Yeah, unknown
The
God.
unknown God. Yes.
Yeah. And then I came to Sweden. Like, I went to serve the God. I knew. I gave them money. I dedicated my life, and I started to reason from his perspective and his teaching, his way of life.
Tell us then, what happened?
And then I actually wanted to please him. So this is my jihad. I need to make more jihadi.
Spiritual jihad.
And spiritual jihad, but you have to actually train the spiritual to become actual, so they can actually actualize jihad in real life. So I wanted to do that, and then I said, I know the religion. I mean, I can do this. And then I said, how can I learn? I went to also reason. I'm reasoning a lot. Okay. If I go to school, if I talk to the people on the street, they cannot teach me. The best way to actually learn, to go to actually a religious place. Because it is the religion that has the culture, it is the religion that has the mindset, it is the religion that preserves the mindset of the past, and it is the religion that has a vision for future.
So you wanted to go to the priest or to the church.
Yeah, to that place that has all of this is compacted, and you can get all of it. Not only to like, hello, how are you? Can I help you? Not like this. What is the vision for future?
Yeah.
Where this vision from the future rooted in the past? I need to know these things historically and now and then. And so I went to Jehovah's Witnesses. I didn't know actually. I went to Jehovah's Witnesses, and the Jehovah's Witnesses, they were nice people. I mean, this is being honest. I mean, this is also, about, we are talking about the religion of Islam. People in the religion of Islam, they are nice. People are really nice. My mother is, and my father is one of my father and my parents, I mean, my surrounding people I grew up with, they were the nicest people I know in my life.
We are always we're talking here, it's not about the people, it's about the theology.
But the
people themselves are nice, they are kind, they are helpful, they are generous, they are hospitable.
Yeah, but this is the thing actually. So when you go to the people, usually people are not able to make the distinction between the religion and the people.
Yeah.
It's like some people say nice people, and they are following the religion of Islam. Say, religion of Islam really makes you nice people. No, people are nice. The religion of Islam makes you worse people. Yeah. The more you practice it, the worse you become. So we go to the Jehovah's Witnesses. They are really nice people, helping and stuff like that, because they are influenced by the Bible. They have the core of the Christian teaching. They are driving you, but they have an agenda. Like, I need to get you. I do all of this to get you. Almost Muslim mentality. I help you. I can lie to you. I drive you. I give you food. So I can actually swoop you up of your life, convert you. Once you are in, no way out.
No way out. That's
it. So I actually faced that nice stuff in the religion of Jehovah's Witness. So one day, my friend and I, we had nothing where we were living. We went to, my friend, he was from Iran, we went to a second-hand
shop.
Second-hand shop. In the second-hand shop, my language was not that good. So that's why I wanted to even use the church to learn the language at the same time.
Yeah.
So the Jehovah's Witness people. So I went to see a woman came. We were standing in the second-hand shop. A woman came, really beautiful, nice body, like this hoary body that the religion of Islam describes. And she had a little child, and she was actually speaking with her child in English.
Yes.
And then my friend and I, in our wildest imagination, we didn't imagine she understand what we speak in our own language.
Because you took Dari.
I took Dari, and he spoke Farsi, but Dari and Farsi is actually similar. So we were communicating. And then he said something about the
beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman. Look at her body. Man. And I asked,
MashaAllah.
These infidels are really, look at them, come on, man. All of these things. And she was standing there. We said, she does not understand. We talk, and we talk, but how can she know we talk about her? And then another friend of mine, he bought a carpet. In that carpet, there was no price tag. We went to the cashier. I didn't know how to say price tag at that time. My friend didn't know either. And then we were struggling back and forth with this cashier. What is the price? We could not, communicate this clearly. And then this woman stepped forward. And she spoke our language better than all of us.
Oi. So she know exactly what you said about her body and all these things. Oh.
Yeah, actually, everything. And at that time, I felt really shame. Like if the ground opened its mouth, I would have jumped immediately. Man, I could. And then she helped us really nice. She actually conducted herself in helping us in a way as if none of this thing that we have said happened.
Yes.
Like really nice and kindly. And then, so she helped us and everything. And she asked us question, where are you guys doing? What are you doing? We live here. We live here. And then she said, what are you doing in your spare time? And then we said, and then we come here, we do this and that. And then said, we on Sunday, we go to church. Like, try to present ourselves a little bit nicer. Don't think we are that garbage that we were talking. We also go to church. We're nice people as well, And then she said,
invited you.
Yeah, we said to her, we go to church. And then she said, which church do you go to?
Oh, yeah.
And she said, I said, we go to this church called Jehovah's Witness Hall. Jehovah's Witness. And then she said, don't go there. I said, why? And then she said, they are worse than Muslim.
Oh,
you go in, and I was a Muslim, like dedicated Muslim. My friend was also. Because of the shame we were talking about her. So we need to respect her. Said nothing. We didn't say anything. And then, brother, we said nothing. And then she bought a sofa from second hand. She said, she was living close to the place. Said, would you guys help me with this? And then we said, of course, we need to make up.
Yes,
we need to clean the record.
Yeah.
So we helped, like, sure, we're nice people. You're just talking words. You mean nothing. And then we helped her with sofa. And then she said, okay, don't go to this church. Come to my church.
Okay.
So, where is your church? And she showed us her church. And then said, okay, we need to actually prove to this woman that we are
that you are kind people.
Yeah, we are not. We do not mean any evil thing. And then we said, we come to her church. We came to her church, and then we stopped going to the Jehovah's Witness church. They didn't drive us actually. We came to this church. They didn't drive us, and nothing. We had to come 9 kilometers in the forest. Sometimes I had to walk 9 kilometers and go and come. So we came to these churches, and they gave me a Bible in my language. In Jehovah's Witness Hall I was going, they had this session of time of questioning and question and answer, Q&A they had. And people were raising up their hands. They were engaging the one who was teaching, or their pastors, I don't know what they call it, engaging. And I was raising my hand. I had a lot of questions. Because I had this manner of questioning things, raising my hand. They ignored me all the time. Never once they gave me that chance. And that also hit me a little bit. Why they are actually ignoring me? If they have the truth, they should be eager to engage me. And then we came to the church of this woman. She was from Iran, of course. That's why she was speaking.
Yeah, of course.
And then we became really good friends with this woman, and then she was really wise woman, and I thank God that actually God put her in my way actually. And then she taught us, and I started to read the Bible, and then one day I said, this Bible you gave me, like, this is so simple. I do not want this. I want to complicate.
Because that's for a Muslim to hold the Bible and read the Bible is like it's almost unclean. It's almost dirty.
Yeah.
There's demons in it. It's like you shouldn't touch it.
No.
And then you hold the Bible in your own language in Dari, and you start to read the Bible. How did it happen? How did you feel first? And then was it so complicated or was it so simple?
This is complication. Thank you, brother. You brought this up. That it is Jehovah's Witness gave me the book of Daniel.
Yeah.
First. the first book of the Bible I had in my hand, it was the book of Daniel they gave me. Like maybe they thought I came from that culture, Persian emperor, and like I find something of my own culture
Connected
there.
to you in the culture.
Ooh. And I read that like, it was too complicated for me. Like, this beast is coming. I mean, this is static. And then, man, these people are like, cannot even imagine things. What is this book that you read this? I threw that in the forest. God, forgive me. I threw it. I will not read you. Why? Beast is coming out. The horns. And these guys, war, the fire. Cast it. Maybe they thought that like that, cultural things connect.
But then when they come to the other church, they give you
the whole Bible. No, they gave me the whole Bible.
The whole Bible.
They gave me the whole Bible in my language. It was this simplified version of the translation they gave me. And I read that. She said, read the New Testament. I read no Daniel, no Isaiah, holy God is there. And then I didn't read those things. I started with the New Testament. And the New Testament was so simple for me.
How did that make you feel when it's like the New Testament so simple?
Yes. And then before I answer this question, you also asked, how did I feel? When gave me the Bible, actually, I could not even actually imagine that I'm holding this. But at the same time, it was this urge for me, like, I can understand this. This is my language. I can read it. This urge. And the respect for a lady,
because of what you did,
respect, forced me into things. So I told that. So I read the New Testament. It was so simple for me. I was like, what is this? Like Jesus walked on water. Jesus actually healed this, raised it. Somehow these things felt so simple for me. So simple, because you know what? Why it was simple? I believe it was in the religion of Islam. You have question. It's not that the religion of Islam is like philosophical and complicated, but it's because when you go to the clerics and the teachers of the religion, they suppress you, they do not allow you to question, and then suddenly you feel like, man, there must be something.
Mystic and forbidden to ask and stuff. Here is like, the stories are very simple. It makes sense. You have introduction and climax and ending. You have Jesus making. You can visualize it. So simple. Like this is like a children movie. There is no mystic in it. In the stories.
Our Lord Jesus multiplies the bread, 5 loaves of bread, 2 fishes, 5,000, and then gathers 12 baskets. It's sweet for the children. And then I thought, this is good for the children. You want to put your child to sleep? Read this. It's good. Engage only the mind of child, like 12 baskets, and then Jesus went to other side. That's how it is. Our Lord Jesus went to the other side. Well, okay. And then I gave them, like, this book that you gave me is so simple. Give this to children. Like, this is for children. I have this philosophical mind. I need something complicated. Like, make me to think, to wonder. And then she said, come here. You do not understand this. Come here, I explain to you. And then she started to read the Bible. And then, like, we started to read. And then my other friend who was from Iran and me, we started to read she started to read the Bible for us. She was cooking food and inviting us into her home. And then she was reading the Bible for us and explaining it in terms of my own life. Like, so, for instance, I was in the ocean. Like, Jesus has the power to actually, you are there. And then suddenly, I was actually more into the understanding and connecting, making it my own. And then I saw this other depth in the Bible. Like, this is not simple. This is so deep that you cannot understand. Maybe that's why I thought it was simple, because I was not understanding it. And then through that, I saw the character of our Lord Jesus Christ, because back in the day, I was also interested in politics. Not engaging in politics, but I was interested in politics to influence the politics of the country through religion. I was like reasoning like that. So, and then I actually saw our Lord Jesus Christ, the best politician. Look at this. I mean, he's the best politician. These Christians say he's God, he's not leave to the side. I wanted to become a politician. This is the best politician. I want to be like
He's
him.
an example for you. If you want to be a politician, you should be like Jesus. The way he treat everyone, the way he respect everyone,
Yes.
the way he confront the religious people.
Yeah. With children, he is children.
Yeah.
With the broken, he goes to them and visit them. He has no, he's not ashamed of sit and eat with them. I mean, this is the heart of a man who built his country and society. With the religious, he rebuked them and exposed them. That's how it is. The tyranny. I want to be like him. And then I tried to be like him, and I couldn't. Like, his divinity, everything, leave them aside, and I couldn't be like him. And then I was coming to the church a lot, and I was also interested into the church more and more. Because they have Bible study and stuff. I was coming more and more.
But you're still a Muslim. You're still calling yourself Abul Fadl, Muslim. You're still like, you're coming to church, you're a seeker, but you haven't met Jesus personally yet. We're going to take this in the next episode because we have only 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
But I just want you to give us in the last 2 minutes now, how was it when you come closer to the Christians? What does that make you feel? Were you still continuing in your head, I want to convert this lady and make her Khadija and have hijab? Or you start to let go of this old mission you have?
No, about this lady, honestly, I do not know. I didn't think about her like that, to convert her.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't work on her.
Yeah.
But I still had my mission. I need to learn. I need to know why I am here.
Yeah.
That was always playing in my head. Why I'm here. I need to learn this. But if I need to learn, I need to be nice to these people. Like, they kick me out. I cannot go. And then all of those things. And then at that time, I became even harder Muslim.
You did?
Yeah, before I was not praying night prayer, but at that time I was going to the church, like afraid of not losing, my own religion.
So you were like a double agent?
Yeah, I became double, portion religious person. Like, I was praying everything double.
Did you tell your imam in the mosque that you're going to church?
No, I didn't tell anyone.
So you're going alone?
I'm going alone because I grew up like this. I said, a man in Afghanistan, 15 years, he's a man. Yeah. So I grew up with that mentality. I can make my own decision. So I was going to the church and, engaging all of these things. I became really religious. I was praying sometimes the Muslim prayer, half a night.
Yeah,
I was reading. Yeah. I was getting counsel from Iran directly, from Sheikh and stuff like that. I became more religious, like, to not lose, Yes.
So you were like, in the end of this episode, you basically open yourself, you prayed one time in the mountain, give me the Torah and Psalms and Injil, and you got it in your own language. You start to read, you think it was simple, but something in it deep. But then you hold to your religious, your Islamic belief still, and you are like almost like torn between these two powers, two worlds, two spirits.
But at that time, as I said, I saw our Lord Jesus Christ, a great politician. I said, he is the God and Son of God. Leave that aside. I already decided, leave them aside. Like, just study him.
Yes. We stop here in that moment, and next episode, the next episode, you have to listen to it, because here, David Abul Fadl is going to tell us how he met Jesus personally. It didn't take him one day, it didn't take him 1 week, it didn't take him 1 month. It took him a long journey from the mountains of Afghanistan, end up somewhere in the forest in Sweden, so he can get to know him. David, thank you.
Mellerud was the place.
Mellerud, that's the place in Sweden. Thank you very much, and we see you in the next episode.